Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have no idea who I am. I hope everyone's having a great evening here. I don't get to say evening too often because we have a very heavy international community where I come from. So it's always morning, evening, and afternoon for everybody. What's up, Ami? What's up, Remy? My name is Shady Shiba. I'm with Wildcard. I am their community manager. In the chat for YouTube, you guys can see that Remy and Ami, also two of my coworkers, are hanging out as well. All I could say is welcome and thanks for having me here. There's not really too much I have planned for today other than showing you guys how great our game is. It's already got handled by VESL. It is a free game. You will not have to pay for it. We are getting ready to get our Steam page up on. I think we're aiming for like pretty soon, but we'll be getting our wish listing going, getting all the Steam page stuff set up. We've been having a great time seeing people clipping things and everything. By the way, speaking of which, if any of you are playing today, feel free to clip it. If you want to share something out, if you guys might get highlighted on our socials and all that good stuff, we will be more than happy to share with you guys. What's up, MFL? MFL is one of our longtime viewers as well. He's pretty aggressive. Probably one of our more aggressive players. Luckily, you guys will not have to be versing anyone that has a significant advantage over you guys today. You all will have a pretty fair chance. It'll be free for everyone. Yes. VESL is just getting the bonus points of being able to play early. This is a pretty early build. We are working on getting our next build updated soon. I can't wait to see that going, and we have some new summons and stuff along the lines of works, but you guys will be experiencing the pretty core game of it. Some things I would like to explain because they'll add a little detail to everything, but we'll get into that. I'll kind of just hang out for a couple of minutes. I want to let people drop in, and I kind of want to go through a quick rundown of, getting the game installed and stuff like that. We have, from what I understand, we had about 50 players that were interested in playing. So I just want to make sure everyone can get the game installed before I start talking about how the game works and how everything's played, and so no one gets lost. So we'll cover that here in a couple more minutes. We'll just kind of let everyone pop in here. But again, MFL, if you guys want to get tips, MFL will be one of the ones that will know quite a bit of stuff. He is from Japan, so it does take a little bit for him to communicate, but he is very insightful, and he's been getting really aggressive lately when he plays against me. It's kind of frustrating, to be honest. But Remy is also one that can provide you guys with tips. And hopefully, as we go through here, because we'll have a couple of these streams over, not always me hanging out with you guys, but it's good to be able to hang out with you guys for this first one. But we'll try to get some of our regulars in here. So if you guys show up to these streams, you might get a couple extra benefits from our more skilled players. Some of you already have won quite a few matches, I hear, from the what was it? I can't even remember the name of the last event you guys were doing, but I heard a lot of you won 12, or not a lot of you, but a lot of you. I said a lot of you again. I am just stumbling over it is Friday. I cannot English anymore. This is hard. But some people got quite a few matches in and won quite a few in a row, something between 12 and 20. So that was pretty impressive. And I don't think we actually, if that was in a row, you're doing better than some of our regulars, because I don't think we have any regulars that have won 12 matches in a row. We're pretty back and forth here when we play with our regulars. But to get started, I just kind of want to do a quick rundown of getting the game installed. I know that some of you might be a little confused just because it is a little bit extra to get into the game. But we all know it is on Steam. You guys can get I think most of you, if not all of you, did get your codes. You can activate the product on Steam, after which you will be right-clicking either the game in the column side, or if you click on the game and you can see a little gear icon, you can click that and open that. after which you will click properties. You will go to betas. And if you have not seen it already, in the wildcard info tab, you will be able to get the code for the beta page. If you guys are having a problem with getting any of that, Ami, Remy, and I are all in your Discord server. You guys are able to tag any of us, and we can fully explain that more for you. What's up, Novo? I think I said that right. We're going to take cracks at trying to say people's names, but if everyone's good to go, we can swap over to my game share here, and I can kind of give you guys a rundown of the game. Try to follow along. Oh, man. I have not seen low latency like that in a while. That was kind of hot. Just as soon as I asked, it swapped. I'm kind of shocked. Is this what quality streaming is like? I'm shocked. That was impressive. VESL, you guys, that was an impressive scene swap. I'm very impressed with that. But so you guys do not need to use login with Discord. This is a feature that is currently used for our main community, or I should say main community because you guys are part of the main community. But for our public testing, this is a special branch for you guys. So you guys do not need to get gated and all that extra walls and stuff keeping you out. So you guys just have to punch in your name. We're going to hit play, and then we can get into a conversation about what's going on here. So we have 2 champions currently with a third one in the works. This is like a month-long event. Maybe I can convince them to let me tease something about the upcoming champion. We'll see about that. I think if you guys maybe yell about it on socials enough, we might be able to get them to get it out there. I'm trying, but they don't listen to me very much. I want to get it out there for you guys though. But anyways, let's focus on explaining the game and not sidetracking here. So we have 2 champions right now. This is Bulgar and this is Locke. We have Lubabub and Kronos. So those are what are called houses. They are the themes and kind of the design elements related to each champion, as well as the summons that are kind of connected to them. But one of the main points of this game is that while these summons will have relationship designs to their original champion, you guys can pick and build your deck as you want. And as MFL said, this game is rated E for everyone. It's free to play. You know, where it'll be, anyone can play it. You know, there's no shady. What's saying no shady to me for? I'm hoping is there more delay? There might be more delay on YouTube. Is that what I'm getting here? Can someone flag me and let me know if there's more delay on YouTube so I'm not getting confused here? That might be what I'm kind of looking at. But anyways, so we have Bulgar here. Each champion, you can pretty much find a pattern with all the champions. The ones currently in development and it works all share the same kind of same style, or they kind of the same pattern. So you guys can kind of guess what each champion will have. So what I mean by that is every champion is a sidekick. Every champion is a dash, an air attack, and an ultimate, as well as the basic attack, which is a 3-hit combo. The 3-hit combo is important because a 3rd hit is how you knock people off from claiming either the power-up or the goal. Twitch greater than YouTube? Yeah, I can tell greatly from that. If you guys want less delay, might want to go check out their Twitch. If I'm looking at your guys' Twitch right, which one has the better following here? Should I be shouting out, yelling you guys to go to? Oh, it's pretty close. So I guess it doesn't matter where I yell at them to go check out. But I keep getting sidetracked because I'm just having fun interacting with chat because I haven't done this in a while. But so each champion, again, has a sidekick. We have Burr. Burr is what I want to call a inner, or how do I want to word this? Basically another unit. He comes out on the field and he stays on the field for about 15 seconds and he engages enemies just like a normal summon would. Whereas for Locke, you have Volt, who is a temporary summon and will dash between units pretty much infinitely if they're all within range. Now, again, they all have a dash, an air attack, and an ultimate. I'm not going to go full in depth into those. I will show you guys how that works in the match itself. The reason why is because I think you guys are all a bunch of gamers and would have more fun kind of figuring it out on your own. But just wanted you guys to know the difference between Burr and Vault. So Burr stays on the field 15 seconds. Vault will teleport around and hit each unit. So then if we go ahead, if anyone who would like to volunteer to play a match against me, someone, I can send this message in Discord. So if there's someone in Discord that wants to tag me right now and says they'll play a match against me, we can do that. But it looks like Bulgar might have gotten it. Yo, what up, Mr. House? Bulgar, I got you. Okay, cool. All right, I'm sending you the code on the, let's see, what do we got? I think the Washington server looks like it's going to be the best one. So we'll do Washington. And then we will, I'm going to tag Bulgar there, and we're just going to jump into it. After the first match, I'll go back into the deck builder, and I'll show you guys the summons as their individuals. So I'm going to play Bulgar to start. We have a couple, we have a Dreamhack deck, which is the basic deck, which will get you guys a good understanding of the game and allow you guys to get a feel for everything and the mechanics. Oh my God, my eardrums just got blasted. Let me turn down the audio. You guys may not be hearing the audio. I hope that I could figure out what the issue for that is for video next week. Did I get something in my mouth there? I don't know if Bulgar... Looks like he moved. Are you doing good there, Bulgar? I'm combining Bulgar and Bulgar. That's going to be a pain in the butt. But to give you guys a quick rundown here of the arena itself, right now you have we have 3 lanes here. So you have the left, middle, and right. We have one of the neat things you guys will see. Let's see if I can actually show you real quick. If I can jump properly. I can do this with the assembler. So he put a assembler back here. Oh, I can actually do it with the Jans. So if you actually knock this off the edge, you can see that it takes a bit of fall damage. So we do have fall damage in the game in a knockdown state. That's probably the best way I could show you guys that really quickly without any other additional issues. But we have the vents here, which you can use to traverse the map really quickly. It's a great way to get back to your goal. What you guys currently do not see in the game is that the goalies are currently not visible. It's kind of a weird bug in the skirmish state, but there is a goalie that spawns right about here. The goalie will protect, obviously, the goal back here. When it loses all its health, the shield will go down, and you will be able to get to the ball, or get to the shield, excuse me. And once you get to the shield, you'll be able to get to the ball. I'll explain this again as we go through a match. Oh, did it freeze? Oh. Hold on, video's not working apparently. Let me do... Can I switch my screen? Nope, not that one. That's not what I want to do. Let's see. So if I do entire screen, let's see if this is working. There we go. We good now? Okay, there we go. All right. I think for you tech-savvy people out there, I don't think VDO likes to hook into the application itself. So I'm going to go ahead and, let me get this little thing out of the way. It's bothering me. So we'll go ahead and just start a match with Bulgar, and we'll explain things kind of as we're going along. All right, so you guys saw there, we had the goalie get summoned there. He will defend my goal as we fight through the lanes here. Currently, I threw out Spord. Spord will replicate every about 8 seconds. So let me try and actually turn on the volume. It's like trying to talk over myself. So for the offsides, right, when you are on your opponent's side of the field, you cannot throw a card. Oop, I'm getting caught real badly here. So you can. So right now, Bulgar cannot throw on my side of the field. But one of the bonuses of playing or getting the goalie down, excuse me, when you get the goalie down, you could summon all the way up into this area out here. This is the exterior of the goalie box, which gives you enough room to summon and allows for a more aggressive push. And as you can see, Bulgar, God, I'm trying to say this name while playing Bulgar is the hardest thing for me. I'm gonna end up calling him Booger at one point. I just know it's gonna happen. But as you see with his aggressive play while I'm trying to talk, he's getting a good push in here. But the goalie does about 80 damage a hit. With Locke having only 150 HP, it does not give him a lot of room to be able to push through on his own. That's why he needed a bunch of these summons. The reason to be offsides when the buff is not active is because while you can rely on a lot of the minions to be passive and get a lot of times you can more or less let them get in there and do things, they will not always be able to push far enough. One of the things you guys will see down here at the moment, as I'm trying to avoid dying, which is being really hard here, is the power up on the bottom lane. That power up currently serves as an ultimate charge, which is very important for the character that Bulgar is playing, because it takes a very long time to get the ult to its full charge while you're playing on that character. For the one I'm currently playing, you get bit by a lot of damage you're doing. So as you can see, I'm already at 57%, while they are probably 35, I want to say, somewhere around there. Now, again, one of the things that is important here, you can see on the third attack, I will knock him off of the goal. That is a very important point there. That is how you save your goal. But another feature for Bulgar is that we can just dash into him. Simple enough, right? But he is... I clearly picked the worst opponent to hopefully try to explain things while also talking, because they are setting up basically what is called a factory, which is what you guys see back there, are those little units. So I'm going to try to disrupt it real quickly with dropping a Jans right in the middle of that. We'll get a Burr out there to help me as well. Now, one of the important features coming up, as you guys saw there, even though I tried to engage him, because he has a faster attack speed, he got that hit off. One of the cool things we have coming down the pipeline is if we both punch each other, then we'll knock each other back because of that cross counter going on there. Luckily, he went and hit his ult, because now I can try and save it a little bit here. So we're going to dash through him and get him off the goal. He's going to back out, lucky for me, because he probably could just have re-engaged that. With this Jans here defending my goal, I don't have a lot of room. But you guys see here in 2 seconds, watch what happens. So the goalie came back up and killed all the units on the field. Except for obviously these ones that are way back here. So I got to see if I can try to do anything to recover this. He is not giving me a lot of room. He took full claim over the mid lane here. Yes, Savvy, like in an anime, you guys go to punch each other and you just bop each other back. And there is also HP recovery. So if I had let him get that through, he would have gotten a quick HP recovery, which I don't actually know where he went. I will let that. I will be great. Oh, wait, did he die? Oh, okay. All right, now one of the most important things I could do right here is I'm gonna activate my ult. I'm gonna go deal with this problem back here. So we're gonna launch everything off the side of this map, and everything should die for the most part, because it should have taken fall damage, which would allow those weaker minions to just drop dead. Is the best way I can figure out a way to explain that. There was no other way I was going to positively say that. Get destroyed, despawn. They're coming to me now. There's a lot that I would have to do. I'm in a state where I have to get really lucky to get this push to go back. One of the things that Locke can currently abuse is the way he can slow things pretty rapidly and consistently. Luckily, Bulgar is being pretty nice in that regard. Otherwise, I could be having an even worse time with what's going on here. Just gonna clear him out a little bit and see if we can try to recover some ground. And you guys see this little dog right here. Well, he's a pretty good boy. He hurts quite a bit. He does double damage to champions and will hurt your face if you walk into a bunch of them. Some of our regular players' favorite thing to do is line up a bunch of those as a defensive line. And if you try to get in there and if you don't have werebear, it's going to be a very hard push. So right now, the best explanation I can have for what's going on is that Bulgar is currently engaging when I have way too many summons in front of him, which means he takes very quick damage and cannot. Let's see if I can combo him. Let's watch this. And bam! That could not have gone any better the way I wanted it to. So what happened there was I dropped the Jans on him, which knocked him back and left room for the Jans to shoot him with her cannon. So that was a combo move right there. Or I guess you could call that a skill shot. I don't know if our design team would call that a skill shot, because we have upcoming summons that are kind of skill shots, but I'd call that a pretty good skill shot. I did not get any of those shields down. So I got a push in and I cleared off the field quite well, which helped me quite a bit. So I'm going to see here if I can go for a big push. He might die there. Oh, nope. He probably has about 10 HP. Let's see. There we go. We caught him right before he started regenerating health. Let's see if we can use Burr to help me take down the goalie. This is one of the very beneficial ways to use Burr, because Burr could tank the goalie for you. Right now, he's using this ult called Full Send, which is going to dump his entire hand on me. Luckily, it seems like he does not have too many powerful minions, so I'm going to make use of my Jans to drop on him. And then I'm going to werebear as well. and then smack him around a little bit. And then we just kind of juggled him a little bit there. See if I can get a little more damage in before. Oh, I might be able to save this. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to try to take his goal. He's going to come back around. I'm going to try to... Oh, nope. I missed it. I sure missed that one. But right now, we are in overtime. With overtime, we have double mana, which means we should be doing a lot of this. I'm going to keep throwing a bunch of stuff. Uh-oh. He might get it. Oh, no. Oh, I missed it. Oh, Bulgar. He snuck in behind me and got the goal. Nice comeback. I thought I could get that recovery. Good game. That was a nice recovery. All right, so I tried to do some explaining while I was playing the game, but that was pretty hard to do. So I'm going to go back in here, and we'll do a little bit of a slow talk through of some of the summons. Yeah, the fall damage was pretty. If you get I want to say near the vent, if you get knocked off as lock, that is like the guaranteed KO. You were barely just low enough to where you didn't die on that fall. But all right, so I'm going to go through the summons. I'll kind of give you guys a quick description of each one so you kind of know like what you're getting into. I won't go into a very long one, but we'll give you guys a quick rundown. Let you guys kind of figure out how things work within the game itself. So for the first ones, we have Chrono Drop. Kind of what it implies, it manipulates time. It will slow down any unit inside of it. Ignore that prompt where it says speed up allies. Right now it is only slowing. It does about 90%, so it's a very aggressive slow. This is, and it's a kind of like a giant bubble effect area. You guys will see it when you actually use it. Vita Drop, similar in the whole bubble situation, but it heals your allies. Aloe is a single target healer. She will pretty much connect to a unit and try to follow it as best as possible. Every now and then, if she moves slower than some units, faster than others, and sometimes they get disconnected. So once that happens, she will look for a new target. We have Fendor. Fendor, when you spawn him, he will blast out like an AoE that shields all your nearby allies. Lumph, similarly, but does a heal. Shoot-a-crew is 3 individual units summoned at the same time. They just do damage. Sky is the kind of the opposite of Chrono Drop. She will speed up and hasten, so that is attack speed and movement speed for all allies. Spored, one of our favorites. He replicates every, I want to say 8 seconds into 3 smaller spores. Watchy, one of 2 units that does not move when you place him. So just be aware of that. He will stay where you place him, and he does double damage to champions. Beakit is one of our best AoEs currently for mana cost. There's another one that I'll tell you about in a second. He spins his head, throws it out, and does AoE damage as it comes back. Sembler makes 1 at a time of these guys. So instead of having 3, it just spits out 1. Also, with each unit it makes, it loses HP, eventually dying. It also does not move like Watchy. Hornelius, I think you guys can kind of figure out what he does with giant horns. He just charges into things and smacks them. Slowclaw, kind of similar to Hornelius, but does more damage. A little more aggressive knockback, but she swipes her claws and smacks things around. Goret, he is a very tanky, very hard hitting, but very slow unit. And Jans is our next best AoE, but costs a lot of mana. The reason for her AoE component is because when you summon her in, she does like comes in as a cannonball and then it'll explode. It could, she explodes on impact and it damages everything around her. She will one shot these guys, and these guys. Everyone else has just a little bit. I think she actually gets aloe as well. Then she converts to a single AoE unit. For damage over time, we currently do not. But based on what you guys saw here, you guys saw a couple different components. For some upcoming components that you guys may be interested in, we have push, pull, shock, fire, and poison. So we do not have any major dots right now, but they are on the way. Does anyone have any questions so far, based on anything you guys have seen so far? And if we don't have too many questions, I am more than happy to jump into another match with someone. If someone is in chat or Discord and wants to tag me and say, let's run a match, we can do that as well. Trying to make sure I'm not missing the YouTube chat with everything delayed there. Volt, you want to go for it? All right. Oh, wait, no. Mech. All right, Mech hit me up first. He just didn't tag me. I'll let Mech, I'm going to give you that one. I think I hit Washington. Yes, I hit Washington. All right, so Mech's on deck. I'll just try to run through a bunch. See how many people we can. Scotty, I'm not sure if you can hear me in Discord, but we currently have no plans for mobile. Right now, we are primarily focused on PC. That being said, if you guys did not know, you can use a controller. It is actually our lead designer's favorite weapon of choice. He swears by it. So if you guys are interested in playing that way, that would be in support of what the lead designer's kind of philosophy is on how this game should be played. Also, just for the record, I am drinking Mountain Dew just so it doesn't look weird that I'm like covering a can. Or I don't even know I don't think my camera's on anyway, so it's not a big deal. I don't think they have. Oh wait. Oh. All right. I did a whoopsie there. So what you guys are currently seeing is that after I went into the deck builder, I forgot to properly pick a deck. So we're gonna try and fight Mech without any cards. We'll see how that goes. This will be a very awkward match, but we'll see if Mech can get away with. No, the only one that seems to put up a fight is Dual Sense. It had been a long-running issue that I found out Steam actually fixed, or supposedly fixed. I want to say about 5 months ago. But for some reason, it still does not always. It just doesn't play nice for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, this is the current problem. If he's going to use Spores, I don't have anything to deal with this, and now I'm currently stuck in between all of them. So if we can take out the big Spored. Oh, we let him get the power up too. Yeah, this is a major handicap on my end. Does a Switch Pro controller work? That is a good question. I did not think about that. That might require mapping software. I'm not even sure if those work on Steam in general. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dead. Dempsdog, can you currently hear me? Oh, yep, Jack Dempsey. All you need to do is ask one of, like, Misty is offering to play against you. Misty will make a lobby and then send you a code, so you'll hit join, and then you will be able to jump into a match with Misty. We can kind of watch Mech take this win, because there's not much I can do about this. Just want to double check something here. Yeah, I could not see those pay. I just realized you guys were pinging me for that stuff. Let me make sure I get back into the right chats here. Oh, the Pro controllers does work with Steam. Well, that's good to know. Or I do have a Pro Control line around. I should try that. There's a health bar for when you start in fighting someone, you'll start seeing their health bar. So as you see there, Mech's health as well as my health. For the goalies, the health bar is at the top or on the sides that you can see, like right here. Actually, it's probably the best way to kind of explain some of the arenas. So as you see all right there, my goalie went down. Now Mech is currently going for the shield. With the shield down, Mech can now claim the goal. We're just going to kind of let that happen. Good game, Mech. Sorry about that. I should have made sure that I actually clicked through my deck there. I forgot to set up the deck after I was showing you guys how everything worked. But I got 5 bear summons in. That's better than nothing. Yeah, I think Vault is next. Who tagged me next? Somebody tagged me. Yeah, Vault and then Ben. And then Mech will loop back around for you because I kind of messed you up on that one. Let me make sure I actually grab a deck here. Okay, we're good. Don't forget, you guys can play with each other too. I don't want you guys waiting just for me. As long as you guys get wins. Let's see if Vault's good to go here. But yeah, did you have any questions, Mech? Any things you'd like to see in the game, or ask if particular things are coming? Let me check it out in Vault. Not in particular? All right. Well, some things that are coming down the lines. This power up you guys see right here is not staying this way. It is becoming what is known as a wild card. The wild card will provide buffs to permanent game-lasting buffs for the people that claim it. It will be part of like a your character loadout, so you guys will kind of be able. I don't know why I always say kind of. You guys will be able to pick what your loadout is for wild cards, and it'll be a real fight to get to claim them because again, they are permanent buffs. Hope it kicked me out of that one. Let me see. Vault, are you here? Lord of the Chickens. I mean, obviously, I love Wildcard, but I would have to say for a new player, it is very heavy button mashing, especially with a limited amount of summons. Some things you'll see kind of coming up in the future that'll add more variety to the overall experience is one, champion talents. So you'll be able to augment how your champion plays. You will have the wild card system, which will allow different power-ups for some changes, but there will be additional mechanics. So right now, you guys are experiencing healing, time slow, knockback, and what do I want to call it? Physical AoE damage. Things coming out are push and pull mechanics, burning, igniting type. I think it's, if I recall correctly, it is planned on spreading. Poison, which is a continuous dot that stacks. And shock, which is like a chain lightning kind of damage dealing effect. These units imply more, especially with mana cost for a lot of these, will apply different tactics that you will need to figure out how to respond against. Some of these, for example, if I wanted to give you a good example right now, there's a meta called Factory, which involves making sure the Assembler units you summon do not die. Very important way to respond to that is, one, you have to have a Jans in your deck and be able to get it close enough to the units. But at the same time, it is a very hard to respond to without being Bulgar or Jans. So there is a level of strategy to the game that gets really more defined as the rest of the summons come online and the additional systems for early access. But definitely as a first-time user, I would say, you know, I can't lie. It's, you know, a lot of button mashing. You're figuring things out for the first time. But you'll see people setting up watchies for defense, assemblers for making an army. You play sports in sneaky positions so they build up more by the time they get to the goal. So there's different layers to it. I'd hate to keep leaving you guys on the screen as I'm just kind of talking. I think Vault crashed. Did anyone else want to get into a match with me? And Ami and Remy, if one of you are listening, could you drop the minimum specs in the YouTube chat for me? Please and thank you. Ben, all right, let me get you a code, Ben. Lord of Chickens, you will be next. Let me try and do a match with Locke against Ben. Also, a quick trick for anyone that might be fighting across the field and your goal is getting stolen. If you guys time this correctly, you can do a quick move across the whole field. So you hit one vent, you double jump about midfield, and then you'll get all the way back. All right, Ben, let's see what you got. So that is assembler unit right there that I was talking about in building factories. Right now, Lord, the build is currently locked to give the best possible experience without graphical fidelity issues, screen tearing, and all that. But there are options to adjust the graphic settings. Well, I mean, there will be options to address the graphic settings as well as optimization for the game as well. But with this early alpha version of the game, it does have certain frame issues and just that certain requirement where you do need a certain set of hardware to play it at peak, which is, unfortunate at this time. But the only thing I can recommend is making sure that all your drivers are updated, which I think most of you already. I think that's pretty much saying like a dumb statement for you guys. Yeah, there's like our I'm trying to think of the right name here. Our engineering team locked the current build at a certain quality setting because otherwise, depending on some of the additional settings, it actually gets in a worse position there. So they're trying to keep the quality, the experience as level as possible without anything going haywire. Yeah, I'm really proud of all the stuff the devs do. It's kind of funny when you talk to some of them because they're like, "Oh, don't show them that. That's not ready." And I'm sitting there like, "Man, this is amazing. What do you mean?" They just all y'all just want to see the new stuff. All the new stuff is fun. It doesn't matter if something acts up a little bit. It's just fun to play with the new stuff. But no, our dev team is amazing. When they say they're gonna spit something out, man, do they really spit something out? They get locked and loaded and just you ask them to do something and it's just, oh yeah, we finished that already. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna activate Vault. You guys should see him chain jump in between these targets. See him zapping around there? So it would have been more official as if I had a spore, or if he had a spore that I needed to kill, but it actually looks like he took out my spore. He knows what's up. I don't need to give him advice. He knows how to use Vault. I don't think I need to give any of you advice. You guys figure it out after you play the unit one time. Hey Vault, are you still doing okay over there? Is the game? If you guys get any error reports, don't forget to send them in. We will definitely look into everything for if anyone reports anything. Whoop. That was. Oh, I am stuck in a whole set of animations there. So we're going to be a little mean to Ben here, but we're going to show you guys the ultimate. So that dumped every unit in my hand. So what a lot of people do is they save up those big ones. So you see this one here and this one here. As I get smacked by his Jans, they will save those two up and make sure to drop them in that whole alt. I'm talking here. Man, interrupt me during the speech? Oh, did you have a alt issue there, Misty? Ooh. Walked right into that Jan's. You do not want to fight Jan's head on if she has other units around her. One of the things I did not mention that I probably should have is that obviously every summon has its attack cycle. By punching it, you always interrupt that attack cycle. So the reason Ben died there, for example, was because there was so many other units nearby that it let him kind of just get annihilated. Is it your turn, Misty? I think it was. Let me double. I'm trying to keep in order of who's what turn. I think. Lord, did you want to go for a match? Yep. Okay. Let me go here. Let me make we're doing Washington. We're gonna do Bulgar again. Let me send this. Misty, you will be next. Hi, Misty. I'm fairly confident Lord was next in line. Calling dibs. Yeah, you're good. I got you. I got you covered for the next one. Thank you, Remy. Oh, I need to actually hit play. Where'd my mouse go? There we go. Oh, Bulgar, were you getting confused with the offsides? Yes, so if I walk, so you guys see this white line that kind of cuts in the middle? This will be offsides, but it is a little confusing because if you go down here, this is not offsides. But just be aware that when you walk into a certain part of the field, that it is considered offsides. And when this goalie that would normally be here is down, this outer area here, all of this becomes summonable on. So all this will be able to, you'll be able to push all the way up. And Lord, if you are good, we can ready up. I don't know if you're using controller or keyboard. If you're using controller, it's up on the D-pad. And X on a keyboard. Cool, got it. Ooh, that was a nice throw. We're going to stop that sport from getting too arrogant and spreading everywhere. That there you guys just saw is the chrono drop, and that is the size of the field of where it affects. The life drop that I mentioned before that does a heal effect, about the same size, if not exactly the same size. Ooh, I don't actually know how Lord managed to avoid that Jan's drop. Got real lucky with that one. One of the things I was mentioning before, if you guys throw a spore like in the back, that'll give it more time to start spreading out everything there. Lord's making good use of the vents here. Unfortunately, placing assembler right on my side of the field is probably not to their benefit because I will just break through all of them. And we will try to protect our Little Sport army we got going on here. They'll meet Lord in the mid lane. We'll give him a little buff. Make him a little quicker on the damage. Whoop, nope. Lord knows what's up. That's what I'm talking about. My poor little army just got annihilated by Lord. Wow, I'm trying to deal with Lord's entire army over here. There's so many. Okay, there we go. Oh my God. Had to focus there for a little bit. That's kind of one of my favorite things with content creators and Wildcard is you know their streams always start really talkative. Everyone's really positive. Everyone is confident that they're going to beat the other person, but then they start losing, and then they got to focus so they don't keep losing. Could there be a better way to tell visually that it's summonable there? We actually do have some UI UX improvements coming along. One of the cool things, for example, that I can at least more easily visually describe is that you guys see there how the card kind of shows there. The current build has like a holographic representation that pops out. So it gives you a better idea of where things are going to be summoned. So yes, there are going to be UI UX improvements for information purposes, like not being able to summon offsides and things like that. Does the ultimate recharge thingy respawn? Yes, every 90 seconds, I believe. Oh, that's not good. My power just kind of flickered there for a second. That's kind of concerning. All right, I'm going to try to hide away here for a second. Oh, I just bounced off of that Jan's head. So he got a really big push going on there. So we're going to knock that Assembler off the top. We'll see if we can get a little something going on over here. Try to sacrifice a little bit. So he's got a big push going, but I'm going to try and see. Oh, no. No! The Assembler distracted my burr. That's unfortunate. We're going to have to go back and defend, or else we're going to have a problem. I am being juggled. Oh, he interrupted my burr. I didn't actually know you could do that. Oh, I'm gonna. That's unfortunate. Can I juggle a little bit here? All right, there we go. Whew. That was a close one. For someone who thinks he's button mashing, you're doing pretty good at button mashing. I think Lord is was being a little sneaky with how much he actually knew. I think Lord knows more than they're trying to let on. They were fully ready for me. Don't encourage them, Remy. Although I'm kind of encouraging them a little bit at the same time, so I don't know why I said that. Whew. Finally got a good juggle off on him. He is not making it easy to kill him. I would definitely like to put a bunch of you up against our regular players. I am not sweaty enough to handle all of you. All right, we're going to get a little push in here. Oh, no, he's got a Jan. Let's see if I stay away from the Jans, I might not. No! Ooh, okay. We're barely out of range. Come on, Burr. Come on, Burr. Let's go. Oh, shoot. I don't think I'm going to do anything about this. Actually, I might have been able to do something about that. I didn't think that one through. I apparently let go right as that ended. That is not good. We're going to try to throw up a Jans, then add a Fendor to shield the Jans. See if we can do a little bit of some distraction here. And then we're going to sneak past here, and I think he used his dash, so we might be safe. Hey, we did it! Good game, Lord. We snuck on through just a little bit. Good game. That was the hardest one yet. Y'all need to be afraid of Lord. Is there any, like, I don't know if there's something specific I can tell you, Lord, that would help you? I mean, you won yours, Bulgar, but, like, Lord felt like, I mean, beating Lord doesn't feel like I earned it. Like, he put so much more effort than I feel like I only got by because he pressed shift at the wrong time. And I got it because he couldn't reach his goal. But that whole time I was on the ropes. It was a struggle to get through all that. What was the ultimate? The ultimate that I used was called Werebear. So when in Werebear, I cannot place any summons. And the only thing, well, I guess I shouldn't say not any. You can use your sidekick, but that is the only one you can do. So then you have increased dash range and obviously increased height. You guys saw me jumping around like a crazy spider monkey. And then the knockback is pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure I actually smacked you off the top lane once or twice. Unless you're asking for Locke's ultimate. All right, Misty, I got yours coming. 1 second. Okay, Locke's ultimate, when he uses, he obviously slows down everything in the arena. That's kind of obvious. But he throws everything in his hand out at free charge. So, free of cost. That's the word I was looking for. So you throw it out. If you have, you cap out at 10 mana. But if you have like a Jans and a Slow Claw, that's 14 mana. You'll still throw them out because he completely empties his hand. Where is Misty? I gotta tag Misty. There we go. But you were doing really good with the vault. I was having some. I really wanted to get some sport over there. And you were not letting me have that easy. That was the no fly zone for you. You were really determined to make sure I would not have any sports to deal with, to deal with you. So that was definitely a very good play on your part. All right, Misty's using a side deck. I'm assuming that means they made a deck of their own, and they're using lock because they like to use the air attack. Yeah, that sounds about right. One thing I've noticed a lot from all you VESL players is that you guys love that you can do that with lock. Ooh, why did he bounce? That was kind of cool. Oh, I let Misty get the power up. That'll hurt me in the long run. Let's see if we can. You tried, Misty, but I know what you're looking for now. You exposed your secrets. Now I know what's coming for me. You ever considered a character that can't summon but has combos? I don't think. I mean, in the context of the overall game, I don't think that would ever be a thing. I can't even imagine how you could possibly get that to work. But or stances instead of summons. The champions do quite a bit, but in the context of the overall game, the champions aren't set so they can do everything. So without having the ability to summon, you kind of miss out on a core aspect of the game, as well as like an additional, because not only will you not be able to summon, but you also don't get to have that option to build a deck. So it takes out a component. It takes out an entire or two components of the game. So deck building as well as the ability to summon. So it's a pretty, it'd be a very reductive character. Although I have seen someone mention in terms of like a 2v2 that it might be kind of funny to try one person's a champion and one person controls the summons. I don't know how that might work in the long term, or not in the long term, but I don't know how that might end out working, but it has been suggested before. Have you considered just, I've thought about that. We were doing a scrim match with a group the other day, and I was just reading through the chat, and they're like, someone mentioned someone named Jerry. I don't know who that was, or who Jerry is, and I'm just like, I feel like we should make a character whose name is just like Bob or something, or Steve, and Steve just pulls up a chair and just, you summon him and he just like sits there. It's like building a wall. It'd be like Stabby, like you're all asking about like terrain alteration. You throw it on a Steve and he just kind of sits there and he doesn't do anything except block unit paths or something. I'm gonna ask you guys. This isn't wildcard related, But kind of thinking like I feel like I should get Helldivers 2. I kind of wanted some quick opinions on that. Anyone feel like I should go for that? Just to kind of have a side topic here. My roommate was playing it right next to me. I saw the drama going on with losing one of the things, and I'm like, oh, all these TikToks, man, they're teasing me. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'd have to make more friends. Maybe some coworkers will play with me. Wonder if Paul or Dan are playing. Yeah, I was just kind of curious. I kind of got to relax over the weekend, so I was like, oh, should I pick that up? I need a new game to refresh the mind, but honestly, I can't wait to start putting out. I got a couple of recordings for Wildcard that I want to put out. That I'm trying my best to show you guys that the game is fun and I'm reacting in the ways that I normally do, but at the same time, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting you guys all the information you want. And I was not prepared. I'll be honest with you guys. I could have been better prepared. Ooh, I just got stuck to the ground there. Oh, you should add a. Oh, I missed that part of that conversation. Oh yeah, we do have. I mean, we kind of do. We kind of do have a chat, but it's the help chat at the moment, right? Yeah, we were hanging out and help the other day, getting some like technical sports stuff. So while it's not called the Wildcard voice chat, it technically is a voice chat. Lord, I don't know if you heard the conversation I was talking about before, but we were talking. I was thinking about that the other day about adding just a character that is like named Steve, and Steve just sits on the field and pulls up a chair, just kind of hangs out and all that good stuff. He doesn't really do anything. He's just Steve. But yeah, Stavvy, I heard about the anti-cheat as well, which is weird because it's a PvE game, but we do have one kind of. Do I want to call him joke? He's kind of jokey, but he's not useless. He's a jokey character, but he's not useless. At least based on his name. Well, no, his whole character is kind of goofy looking. I could use my alt too, Misty. Honestly, I don't think we would ever make a purposely useless champion. Although, April Fool's Day. Obviously, games got to have a good April Fool's Day. You got to have something happen. Just for like a couple hours on an April Fool's Day, the dev just flip a switch and all your basic attacks just do jokey stuff. Make Steve God. Steve, the secret mastermind of the Wildcard universe. Steve. Ooh, I have some. My bad, Misty. I got two walking, one cannon armed ladies walking towards you. Also, just realized we're in overtime. I kind of want to. Come on. Come on, I can find you. There you are. So we have two, Misty. But what if we made it 3? What if we made it 3 of them? I don't know if you guys saw Misty try to. I don't know if you guys saw Misty try to sneak in there and immediately get annihilated, but yeah. I'd recommend Helldivers 2 on PlayStation 5. Seems fun. And the DualSense is really nice. Yeah, I've really considered a PlayStation 5. But I also don't want to, because I feel like the next console will come out soon, and then I'm like waiting for the next console release. Ben, you up? Are you up? I'm gonna double check. Yeah. Okay, Ben. Soon, I would say that kind of makes sense. I should actually. That is not a word. I should check in on that. Oh no, Misty. I'm not sure Misty can actually hear me, but let me just. Respond to Misty there. All right, Ben, I got a code coming to you. 1 second. True. Bulgar after Ben. Sounds good. All right, we'll use Bulgar. When we play against I did not mean to press that. That was not a button I meant to do. Ignore that. That is a function that is currently not active. Did not mean to press that key. Ooh. I kind of slid quite a bit there. Oh, God. You guys can see kind of the effect of magnetism there. When you commit to the attack goes with them. Ooh. I think I should have. Oh, yep, there they are. So I don't want to talk too much because I know Ben's in the chat. So I got to be real quiet and not let Ben know too much of what I'm doing. Because while Ben was taking the power up, the left lane, oh no, he saved it. That's unfortunate. Ben has map awareness. My mortal enemy of getting one over on players that play competitive games regularly. Map awareness. I don't think we have discussed like a lock-on feature, mainly because when you engage in a unit, you kind of commit to that unit. Um, I know there's a couple passes on some of the systems like vents. Some of the general combat is getting changed as well. Also, I have a ping apparently. Oh, yeah. No worries, some guy. We'll keep going. We'll keep hanging out for a little bit as long as people want to keep jumping into a match for a little bit longer. But um yeah, so when you actually get in, I mean, I know it's not like a hard lock on, which I'm sure is what you're asking for, but if you notice when I was getting pulled with shoot, I'm having a brain fart here with Ben's dashes. So there's a type of combat magnetism. I don't know if there's a smart way to say that. I should probably ask the devs if they're. I always say magnetism. I don't know if that's the technical term. But uh, there's that magnetism where once you engage in the target, that you do kind of commit to the target. So that kind of is like a soft lock, I guess would be the best description. Yes, there'll be more arenas. We currently have a second arena that is being adjusted. So if you guys actually were curious to look at I don't know if it's still on our YouTube page, but we had old trailer which showed a different form of the game. It was essentially kind of similar to this, but it didn't have a goalie. It had defense turrets up at the top, and you would punch through. Instead of the shield, it would basically be like a energy reserve type thing, and you would damage that, and once you broke through that, it would blow up. So we switched to this ball capture mode as our primary gameplay with the goalie and all that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this. Oh, nope, wrong way. Nope, I can't get it. So that map needed a overhaul. We actually saw some. I can't really say what state it was in, but some improvements to the map to get ready for it to re-release, to catch up to function with this mode in our last what we call sprints, which is where we have all the departments meet and we catch everyone up on everything everyone is doing, which the best part is the art team. I wish the art team would let me just like randomly leak things, even if they aren't going to use it in like the game at all, because their art stuff is just awesome to look at regularly. For scoring, it's just a simple one match, one goal win. Maybe again, if you guys have any ideas, we're gonna give you a feedback form. So as I'm talking through these things, and you're like, "Oh, that might be a good idea. I want to suggest that." So like if I say something like a competitive mode, maybe you guys want best of 3, for example. For interrupting scoring, so to interrupt scoring, you need to hit the opponent with the third. I'm gonna let Ben have a little thing over here so I can try and show you on screen. But if you do a 1, 2, 3, that uppercut that I do there, that is the knockback hit. It is the third hit of any basic attack chain that will knock the opponent off the goal. Also for Bulgar, if you do the air attack, which is that is a knockback. And then the dash is also a knockback. So anything that performs a knockback can be used to push someone off the goalie, or off the goal, excuse me. Which actually makes me wonder about using. There's a minion that, or a summon that will be coming that has a push mechanic. So I wonder how. Oh my god, I'm going the wrong way. I wonder about using it as a defense. That might be kind of fun. I haven't thought about that. We're going to try to get a quick sneak on here. Do a little distraction. Misty's probably not paying attention, so we're gonna, or Ben's not paying attention, so we're gonna sneak past him real quick. And boom. Good game, Ben. All right, we're gonna do. All right, what? All right, we're gonna do one more with Bulgar, one more with Mech, and then I'm gonna call it a night. So that is our final lineup. Thanks, Lord. I'm happy to see that you're starting to vibe with it. I saw your comments in Discord, and I'm trying to do my best to turn you back around. So I'm happy to see that you're enjoying everything. But yeah, so there's I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying how many summons that are currently planned on stream, but there are a lot. This is a small fraction. We currently have the rest for early alpha are in our developer build, in different states of functioning. But there's a lot more. And as you said, I know you want less button mashing. It gets more strategic, I promise you. You'll have a champion talent loadout, a wild card loadout, your deck loadout, and then obviously the match itself. Let me send this to Ogre. Free. It'll be free to play. We are getting ready to get our wish listing store page up on Steam. I don't have an exact date for that, but we are working on it. There's a bug that happens when I dash and jump things. Yes, if you dash into the vents, I can actually show you guys right now, just so you guys are aware. So normally, obviously, you go up, but if you dash into it, it cancels it out. That is something we are aware of, and our amazing design and engineering team is working on new tech to get those fixed. I shouldn't have thrown that there. You know what? We're going to commit. We're going to commit to this mid lane fight. Ooh, I'm stuck. We're going to try not to die. You can bait. One of the things you guys can do here, I'm trying to bait these guys together so I can get the. I guess that was kind of wasteful. Ooh, he's trying out a Goret. So definitely, if you guys are playing lock, do not unless you are engaging Goret personally, do not let him hit you when you are just standing near him. It will significantly hurt. Has the team considered a creature that boosts player damage? Yes. Just because you mentioned it, I will say yes. It exists. It is a type of. It's not like it boosts player damage by just existing. It is a effect. And I think there's a couple of them. We'll leave that as like shush alpha type information. Like, shh, don't tell anyone. There's a couple other not directly mentioned mechanics that are pretty cool. If you guys have actually looked at, you might have to scroll back quite a bit after all the chatting that's gone on today, but there is a image of the whole host of summons. So I guess if you guys really wanted to, I don't know. When I think about that, I could just tell you because you guys could count the number of summons, but I'll let you guys figure that out. But there is a screen grab somewhere in, I think I posted it yesterday. You guys can figure it out. Just search for messages sent by me that include an image. But there's a couple units in there that have some interesting mechanics. One would be the three-headed guy has an interesting mechanic that I'm not gonna, because we have not specifically mentioned that one out loud. So I'll let that one kind of stay hidden still. Ooh, there's a lot. Oh, I don't want to die. Oh, that was so close to get into the sports. Well, I have a major problem, but I think I can solve it. Because Bulgar has figured out some shenanigans back there. I see what you're doing. And I see that you're doing the same thing that I was just about to start doing. Yeah, so you can see right here, Bulgar is going for what is the factory. He has combined Aloe and Assembler together, which makes pain, lots of pain, and I threw my Jans in the wrong spot. Oh my god, that I don't think I'm not gonna be able to recover from this. That was a bad play on my part. I should have saved my oh, I did not even get through all the stuff he had because oh, I made some bad. Oh, look at how confident he just went in there and took that. No break, no misjudgment, just bam. He knew he had it. Fully confident, he knew I was done. I'm sure Bulgar was not happy that I said Lord was the hardest match. I'm going to say fight-wise, Lord was the hardest match. Bulgar, your match was just one-sided. Yeah, you just kind of dominated. That wasn't like that match was hard or anything in particular. That was one-sided. Yeah, I noticed. And I tried to destroy it, and everyone on stream could see how lovely of a miss I performed trying to land the Jans on them. That was what a great way to throw my own I screwed up my own plan. But Mech, I got a code for you coming up. Mech is going to be the last one of the night. Let me just make sure I get this out here. Copied that right? Okay. So we're going to do Bulgar. We'll do Bulgar. We'll confidently do Bulgar. Yeah, so just because you guys have already figured it out, it is a very aggressive combo. We call it Factory, and it is a mechanic that is only available in the game right now. You can still do it in the newer builds. You just kind of have to commit to it more. But Aloe will have a new intelligent AI pathing situation. So she won't commit to staying by one unit permanently if it has full HP. At least that was the last I was told of that. but that along with that, we have more healers coming. So, you know, it will and won't still exist, you know. What do we got going? What those sports kind of gave up there. Get your ball back here. Oh, we got a little fight going on here. Oh no, slow claw. Oh, we got him. Ooh, just barely. And my burr is throwing inside of a bubble. That's unfortunate. Yeah, one of the most important things that I'm waiting for. Did I just get Shoot a Crew back to? Ooh, that was. Thank you, RNG. The fire. Fire is what I am obviously waiting the most for, because what's better than things that light everything else on fire in a pretty nice radius? We're just gonna smack that away. Do a little bit of that. But now my... Okay. 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 All right. Well, Remy, Ami, point of note, they figured out factory. Got to remember to go punch those way earlier than I did. I let them build those for way too long. Can we get lava drop activated in this build? I just want to I just need things to catch fire. Right. Two of the summons that I would really like to deal with factory are Volcrab and Lava Drop. The only reason I can mention those is because we've shared them before. But yeah, as we're hopefully getting hold on, let me try to figure out what I'm doing here. But as we're coming towards the end here, you know, if anyone has any final questions, VESL obviously has their whole schedule posted for you guys. So the next time you guys will be open, or not open to playing, more specifically, will be around for the play times and all that good stuff, will be on Sunday. I can't remember the time frame directly off the top of my head. But I will be sure to check in during those times and try to jump in a couple of matches. And then I think our current plan, or not our current plan, but their current plan is to be streaming on all the Friday tests. I was just fortunate enough to join you guys for today's test. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching and playing. Hopefully I provided enough content for you guys to, you know, kind of get a feel for everything. As I was saying, you guys kind of already figured out factory, so I have a lot of confidence in your guys' ability to figure out the game. I don't think any of you will be struggling for very long, which also excites me for when we release all the summons, because trying to play those internally, whew, it gets confusing really quickly. So you guys will need to, I'm going to see if I can, okay. I took the risk there. I didn't know if there was a second one in the group. We're struggling. I don't know why I'm trying to prolong this match. Maybe it's, I don't want to lose again. One of the team members can't lose on stream again for the umpteenth time against new players. Remy, I'm letting you guys down. I'm making us look bad. You guys really should have went easy on me. I'm sure Remy and Ami are now fully afraid of matching with any of you. It'll take. I'll have to bribe them with some goodies to even get them into matches with you guys now. Okay, there are. Look at that. See that pipeline he's got going there? 1, 2, 3. Just every like 8 seconds, just a set of 3 coming down that mid lane. And I'm barely hanging on here. See if I can save. If I can protect Beakit to help me get this AoE going. Might. Okay, we might be okay. We might be able to get a little push going here. I just got to use my bot. Oh, that's going to kill me. Okay. And there comes the next row. And I can't throw anything. And I'm almost dead. And an ult. Mech is just hammering away. And I can tell you guys are watching each other play and all that. God, you guys adapted too quickly. I wanted to have at least one day where I could beat you guys. VESL players are mean. They're adaptive. Scary. Oh my god, they're okay. There's so much. There's so much. That's all I could say. There's so much. Good game, Mech. Oh my god. Oh, there's just God. That's all you can say when you guys fight Factory and everything. When you get to the end of the match, it's just all you can say is there's just so much. There's so many summons on the field. There's not much you can do. It just you have got to fight through it. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed playing the game. I hope if any of you guys had any questions that they were answered thoroughly enough. Lord, I'm happy to see that you seem to enjoy kind of getting after you got a little groove going. You felt like you were having a good time and everything. I also saw you headed out already, so that was kind of missed that. But I also just saw the camera cut to me on broadcast, and I'm kind of doing like a head bob thing. That was wish I did not see myself doing that. That was kind of embarrassing to look at. But thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you, VESL, for letting me come up here and do this broadcast and everything. You guys were fantastic. This was probably one of the, I would say, cleaner in terms of like getting everyone in, everyone playing a match, you guys getting each other into matches and all that stuff. Seeing you guys kind of cooperate in that regard was really made me feel really good. Sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle to get people in. I know it's a little extra with the Steam codes, and we have the Discord thing, like I told you guys before, was for the other build. But you know, overall, it was a great time. Again, thank you, VESL, for that. If anyone wants to try to ask me a question about something that I can leak right now before I go off, I'm going to give you a quick minute here. If you can phrase a question that I might be able to leak something for. If not, then we'll call it there, and hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I think you guys kind of convinced me to try to get into some Helldivers. I think that's what my weekend is going to be. But yeah. Anyone have any final questions? Or are we good to go? GG's. All right. Well, have a great one, guys. And we will see you on Sunday for some more games. I will jump in and get beat a couple more times, unfortunately. Thanks again, VESL. You guys are great. Have a great one.